And then be very, very still, wild ones. It's Bernadette, and I'm here with your Pick a Card Tarot reading for Tuesday, January 19th, 2021. And wow, holy guacamole, the download that came in this morning for this reading is like, okay, we're just going to jump right into it because it is deep. Like, what are we going to do with this deep, right? Okay, so I think clearly, the animal spirit guides are responding to some of what's going on, over the next 4 days. The whole world is scope locked on what's going to go on in the next 4 days. Please understand that is not an invitation to discuss politics on my channel, but nonetheless, there is a growing cacophony of energetic, oh my God. Okay, so today for you all, the Praying Mantis has appeared. Now, this animal spirit guide, this animal ally, is almost always, and I say almost always because I am a voracious reader of animal symbolism and meanings and their myths and their stories across all cultures. I'm obsessed. And like everybody, the immediate attributes that they give to the praying mantis, right, in the world of totems, spirit, totem, and power animals, is that, mantises will sit perfectly still, that you won't even know they're there. They'll look like they're part of a branch or part of a plant or whatever, and they don't move until the time is absolutely right for them. Okay, cool. And that would give them, that makes perfect sense. Their cute little arms are always up in a praying position, or not always, but that's where we get praying mantis from. So that makes us, mindful of prayer. It makes us mindful of moving only when the time, we really believe that the time is absolutely right. And it seems like it's a very peaceful, balanced kind of critter. Okay, but it's one of the critters that I most closely associate, because of what the animal allies have downloaded into me, is about duality. And that is because, so, like a couple of the spiders out there in the world and a couple of other insects, they are known for cannibalism. Praying mantises are known for cannibalism. And in particular, the female will bite the head off of a male once she's done mating. And for God even knows how long, the community at large mostly felt like she was hungry, or she thought that the male was going to be a threat to other babies, or, et al. But a study in 2016 has shown that when the female bites the head off of a male, what that does is gets rid of that part of his brain that has any kind of inhibitions. And so in a mating circumstance, due to the loss of inhibitions, there's a lot more, fertile little swimmers than would be if he had his head on, if he kept his head on, right? You can't know how hard I'm trying to keep the obvious jokes inside. You just can't know. You guys, I for 5 years I toured as a stand-up comic. It just comes naturally to me, all the jokes, right? So that doesn't mean you can't tell them. So feel free to put them in the comments in the bottom. feel very free. As a matter of fact, I encourage you to put those jokes in the comments at the bottom. But where I'm going with this is that study has shown that it's actually the male gives his life up because the female praying mantis stores little floaters to fertilize future eggs. And so it's actually for continuation of the species that this occurs. So is this a gruesome kind of thing? Sure. Do spiritual people want to think about these kinds of things? Not really. Listen, I would love to live my day every day all in love and light. And that is always what I encourage people to come back to, no matter what the situation is. Let's find the light in that situation. Let's do this. Let's work towards this. Yes, this is happening, but let's focus on this so we can have more of this and less of this, right? But facts are facts, and reality is reality. And for people who are, well, you wild ones are a great example. I just cannot begin to tell you how I esteem you, how I honor you, how I admire you. You know, we won't even talk about gratitude today. I'll be, "Oh, I'm so grateful for you guys," and it's true. But you all, when people are really into animal symbolism, like the for real deal of it, when you're really into any kind of spiritual path, the for real deal of it, not just the fluffy stuff, the understanding and the wisdom that you have of how the universe works, or how we currently think it works, but most importantly, how you can apply it to your own life. How you can be in a deeper relationship, not only with your own life, but the people around you, the animal kingdom, the world at large. And so this reading is today, and just so you guys understand, I could flip a card at random and just tell you guys about the symbolism and meaning of that animal or that tarot card or oracle card or whatever. I could surely do that, but that's not a reading. That is a, let's see what card shows up today. And yes, I would trust that the universe, the great spirit, God, goddess, source, the universe has sent the perfect animal or the perfect tarot card for that day. I truly would. But each card has so many different levels of meaning that it can mean one thing on one day and a different thing literally the next day or 8 months later. And today, in this time and moment, when the sacral chakra is the chakra of the day, when Mars, the aggressive, Mars is driving that energy, today is the go, 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 get it done day. I have to tell you, Praying Mantis has told me that this is not the time to be still. It's always the time to pray, right? Always, whatever that means for you. Manifestations, mantras, whatever. That's perfect for any day. But for today, in this particular pick a card reading, it is about taking that aggressive action to make sure that you've got long-term survival. Now, I'm not suggesting you go munch somebody's, head off. Even metaphorically, I'm not suggesting that. That's just bad juju all the way around. But what that does mean is maybe you've got a person in your life that just is feeling very inhibited, feeling very oppressed, and it's time for them not to feel oppressed anymore. And so metaphorically, while you would not be the one to kind of lop off their head and get rid of, all the mishigosh going on that's clouding everything and preventing them from moving forward, you might be the person that could help them understand how to move forward and how to be more uninhibited. You might be needing that information for yourself. Maybe this is a sign for you to, chop off your own head, right? Munch on, get that. And what I mean by that is the thoughts, the feelings, the emotions that are inhibiting you or are oppressing you from moving forward. And especially if you are a prayerful person, or a mantra person, or, your daily affirmations, whatever it is, if you're that person and you are continually saying the same things, but continually not getting where that you are praying that you want to go, there are reasons for that. And I can tell you, they're all going to be up here somewhere. So getting rid of the mishigosh up here by allowing your inhibitions to be, to de-inhibitionize yourself, that's a word, look it up. It's, that's the call for today. Now, because Mars is the energy of today, and because when Praying Mantis decides it's time to jump, they jump. Either today is that jump day or very, very soon, like within the next 3 or 4 days, maybe 5 days at the most, it is that jump day. And the other thing that it teaches us is, when you start looking at feminine and masculine energies, there's a definite thing here about the feminine divine, that a lot of people attribute feminine power, that kind of thing, to female praying mantises because they're the ones that consume the male. But okay, but that can be an energy and not a gender, right? Maybe there's something about you that it's time to let your more masculine tendencies come forward. It's time to maybe let your more warrior princess, warrior queen, shield maiden energies come forward, and do so without inhibitions. The goal of which being is the long-term effects that it's going to have. Oh, thank you, Spirit. Goodness, why couldn't you just send me that word 10 minutes ago? Okay. The long-term effects, that's the mantra of today. What are the long-term effects of your actions regarding all the symbolism and meaning around Praying Mantis today? Regarding all the symbolism and meaning around your sacral chakra today, because remember, that's where passion resides. It's that fiery, beautiful orange, right? And is that chakra burning brightly? Or has it been oppressed? Is it dimmed? Is it, have you been sitting still so long, you're like, if I did take a leap, my knee, I only get from here to here, because my knees are all locked up, right? So how big of a leap should you take? Well, I'd have to check the facts on this, but I think Praying Mantis can jump like 10 or 15 times its body length, something like that. This is going to be a big leap for you. That may not look like a big leap for someone else, but it will be a big leap for you. You're going to do great if you come in deeper relationship with all of the lessons of today of Praying Mantis. At the end of the day, this is about the duality. We all have just tremendous light in us, and we all have what we consider to be darkness in us. For the world that we live in, yes, this world definitely, some of its constructs definitely include darkness. But our soul does not. That's our spirit talking. And so anytime that you will allow yourself to move past your spirit, which resides in the physical world, and connect with your higher self, with your soul, which is pure unconditional love, the deepest, like things that we can't even fathom. We think we know, but we won't remember until we're back there, right? That's going to be the order of the day, because when you do have to help someone else get rid of all of this so that they can lose their inhibitions and get, oppress themselves, or you've got to work with it with yourself, that brings up so much for so many people on so many different levels. But the point is that your animal allies are here as your spirit animal today and your power animal. Again, the duality, right? The power animal, it's the animal energy that you invoke from inside of you to accomplish whatever it is you need to accomplish, right? And your spirit animal is that animal that just keeps showing up to you. And then you start connecting the dots, and you're like, that's why so-and-so and such animal keeps showing up in my awareness, right? In songs, in movies, on people's Facebook feeds, on their Twitter, at all. This, man, I'm just, like a praying mantis, I'm just praying that you'll see this reading today for what it really is, which is a tremendously empowering reading. Just tremendously empowering. And Spirit told me to shut up. The praying mantis was like, that's it. I don't have anything else left to say. Now I'm going to go sit in reverent silence, right? So, I hope this was... Oh, what a kooky sacred contract I signed up for. Great googly moogly. I really do hope this was helpful. And I really hope if you pick up your copy of the Archangel Tarot and Oracle deck, and oh, hey, you know what? Even subscribe to my YouTube channel and get more metaphysical madness right here every day. All right. And you know what you got to do, right? This is no secret by now. You got to stay wild.